Reflection, self-awareness, and personal development are all necessary components in the journey towards a profound understanding of oneself, which is an ongoing process. The ability to have a genuine understanding of oneself can result in improved emotional well-being, a more distinct sense of life direction, and enhanced connections with other people. To assist you in gaining a deeper understanding of who you are, here are some steps. Number 10. Engage in the act of self-reflection. When it comes to gaining an awareness of oneself, self-reflection is a strong technique. At frequent intervals, give yourself the opportunity to pause and reflect on your experiences, feelings, and behaviors. Keeping a journal can be an efficient method for documenting your thoughts and recognizing trends in your moods and actions from time to time. A few steps to consider. Make sure you give yourself time every day or once a week to think about how you felt, what caused you to feel specific emotions, and how you responded to certain situations. What did I learn from today? How did I handle conflict? And why did I feel anxious? Are all examples of open-ended questions that you should find yourself asking yourself. Self-reflection is about discovery and not self-criticism. Therefore, it is important to be honest with oneself without passing judgment. Number 9. Investigate your personal values. Your judgments and actions are influenced by the basic values that you hold. In order to gain a better understanding of who you are, it is essential to determine the things that are actually important to you, whether it be your family, honesty, success, independence, or creativity. When you are aware of your values, you are better able to make decisions in life that are congruent with those ideals. Steps to determine what values are. Compile a list of the aspects of your life that are most significant to you. Take some time to think about the decisions you've made in the past. What were you putting the most importance on? This can provide light on the values that you hold. You may determine whether or not you are living in accordance with your declared values by comparing your actions to those values. Number 8. Recognize and accept both your strengths and weakness. Acknowledging both your talents and your weaknesses is an essential component of self-awareness. Understanding what you excel in and where you struggle will assist you in developing your skills and concentrating on areas in which you can improve. Strategies for identifying one's own strengths and weaknesses. You should make the effort to evaluate the areas in which you thrive. These are your strengths. Take some time to consider the comments and suggestions made by other people. Find the areas in which you struggle or face problems on a regular basis. These are possibilities for personal development. By adopting a growth mindset, you should concentrate on developing your strengths while simultaneously attempting to improve your flaws. Number 7. Pay attention to the feelings that you own. A lot of the time, your feelings are windows into your more profound self. It is possible to gain vital insights into who you are by being in touch with how you feel and the reasons for those feelings within yourself. One of the most important aspects of self-awareness is emotional intelligence, which can be defined as the capacity to comprehend and control one's feelings. Getting in touch with your feelings. Stages. Recognize and name your feelings as they come up. Are you experiencing feelings of sadness, anger, joy, or anxiety? Recognize them without passing judgment on them. Consider the reasons behind the feelings that you have. Emotions are frequently indicators of unfulfilled needs, experiences that have not been processed, or beliefs that have been aroused. The cultivation of emotional awareness and the ability to notice your feelings without reacting impulsively can be accomplished through the practice of mindfulness practice or meditation. Number 6. Identify recurring patterns in your own behavior. In order to get a deeper understanding of oneself, it is essential to comprehend your patterns of behavior. The patterns of your actions are frequently predictable, and they are founded on habits, experiences from the past, and beliefs that are not conscious. You will be able to make deliberate decisions on your behavior if you are able to recognize these patterns. Follow these steps to recognize patterns of behavior. Look for patterns that appear in your relationships, where you handle stress at work, and the habits you have at work. Find out why you continue to engage in certain behaviors. Because of what need or belief are those acts being taken? After you have developed an awareness of the patterns, you will be able to begin making a deliberate decision regarding which behaviors to maintain and which ones to alter. Number 5. Solicit the opinions of other people. At times, other people are able to perceive characteristics of us that we are not completely conscious of. In order to acquire a more well-rounded understanding of oneself, it can be beneficial to solicit sincere input from individuals who are familiar with you. How to request feedback in steps. Your trusted friends, family members, or coworkers should be asked about their impressions of you, including your strengths, flaws, and patterns that they observe. Maintain an attitude that is receptive to constructive criticism and employ it as a means of self-improvement rather than as a source of self-doubt. Compare this external input with your own self-perception in order to identify areas in which you are aligned or where you are not aligned. Number 4. Investigate your fears and beliefs that are limiting you. Your anxieties and the ideas that you possess that are limiting you frequently prevent you from reaching your greatest potential. Confronting these inner boundaries is necessary if you want to have a holistic understanding of who you are. It is common for them to be founded on previous experiences or conditioned notions that may no longer be beneficial to you. Number 3, recognize the passions and purposes that drive you. A crucial component of self-knowledge is gaining an understanding of the things that motivate and excite you. It is possible to obtain clarity on your purpose and the direction your life is taking when you connect with your passions. Finding your passion and purpose through these steps. Consider the kinds of pursuits that give you a sense of accomplishment and a sense of vitality. What is it that causes you to lose track of time? Think back to times in your life when you felt the most alive and involved in the world around you. What exactly was going on? Who did you have with you? What exactly were you doing? Think about the ways in which you can bring your life, career, or personal ambitions into alignment with your passions. Number 2, engage in acts of self-compassion. Having an understanding of oneself also requires having compassion and acceptance for oneself. Through the practice of self-compassion, you are able to treat yourself with kindness, understanding, and patience, as opposed to being unduly critical of your mistakes or flaws. Practices that help you develop self-compassion. You should talk to yourself with the same compassion and support that you would provide to a close friend when you make a mistake or fall short of your goals. Recognize that your flaws are an inevitable element of being human and a part of your identity. Put your attention on progress rather than perfection. Recognize that learning and development are the results of both successful and unsuccessful endeavors. Number 1, constantly adapt and develop in new ways. Self-awareness is not a one-time occurrence, but rather a process that continues throughout one's entire life. It is possible that your needs, desires, and values will change as you go. You will be able to stay in touch with your authentic self throughout time if you maintain an attitude that is open to ongoing personal development and exploration. Measures to ensure ongoing development: remain inquisitive about yourself and the things you've experienced. You should keep inquiring about fresh areas of your personality and conducting further research. Establish objectives for your own personal development, whether those objectives involve broadening your skill set, enhancing your relationships, or discovering new enthusiasms. Accept that change is a natural aspect of your path and be aware that your awareness of yourself will get deeper as you gain experience and engage in introspection. Thank you for joining me on this journey to truly understand yourself. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might benefit from it. If you have any thoughts or experiences you'd like to share, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update.